Hey there, junior class, from your counseling staff. We've put together a presentation that we hope will inspire you to jumpstart your planning after high school. While this presentation may address college applications specifically, the information can also apply to post-secondary specialty programs like gap year programs or the military. It's a good idea to see your Alpha counselor right away if you're thinking about specialty programs after high school. So you're probably asking yourself, why start now? It's common for students to underestimate the time it takes to gather all the information you need to complete a college application or put a resume together for a job application. The goal is to make this process less stressful by providing important information and highlighting helpful resources. So here's the top 10 things to do to start planning for your future after high school. Before you can begin planning your future, looking at colleges, majors, and careers, the first item on your to-do list is to get to know yourself. What are your interests and strengths? What are your passions? How have your courses and extracurricular activities helped you in determining a field of study or a potential career area? To help answer these questions, there are a few assessments in Naviance that might be helpful. After taking these assessments, it might be helpful to research career pathways and college majors. There are helpful resources in the career section of Naviance and on websites like mymajors.com. Another wonderful way to explore potential careers is to get hands-on experience. Options include setting up job shadowing opportunities, tailoring your community service and volunteer efforts towards a particular area of interest, or participate in career technical education programs like WANIC. These are the 6 assessments we ask you to take in Naviance as part of your high school and beyond plan. The purpose of these assessments is to build self-awareness about your personality, your interests, your values, and skills, which are the building blocks to building your ideal career. If you haven't already, log into your Naviance account and make sure you complete these assessments. In the career section of Naviance, there are 2 notable resources to help you explore different career pathways. The first is called Road Trip Nation, which offers over 6,000 video interviews of industry leaders and their struggles, triumphs, and stories of self-discovery. The videos are categorized into 48 different career themes and 29 interest areas. The second resource are career clusters, which is a way of grouping careers with common features and skills. Careers grouped into similar clusters typically require similar education and training. Exploring clusters can be a useful way to find a good career match, especially if you have general areas of interest, but you're not sure what career matches those interests. Career clusters can also help you better understand how your coursework in school can prepare you for certain types of careers. The number 2 item on your to-do list is to determine your college fit criteria. Essentially, you're defining what you're looking for before you start looking for it. What is most important to you in selecting a college or university? To answer this question, take into account your interests, your skills, your goals, and your future plans. A big hint is to use the results from the Do What You Are assessment that you completed in Naviance. You can also utilize a handy college culture quiz developed by Joyce Layton Mitchell to see what type of college environment fits you. Once you've completed these tasks, you'll have a better idea what you're looking for and can start searching for colleges that fit your specific criteria. You may also find that as you go through this process, your criteria may change, and that is perfectly okay. As you learn more about yourself, you'll have a clearer picture of what your future could look like. Now this slide illustrates other resources to help refine your college search. Use the College Supermatch tool in Naviance to help create college lists that fit your criteria. Colleges and university websites are also your best resource for learning more about the college. And look for more than just admission requirements. You can also take a virtual college tour on websites like uvisit.com/college search. And also keep informed about the effects of COVID-19 on college admission practices by accessing the National Association of College Admissions Counselors, or NACAC, website. To find college search resources in Naviance, simply click the Colleges tab from your Naviance homepage, and this page will appear. Number 3 item on your to-do list is to develop a list of between 6 and 9 colleges. Your goal is to apply to a range of schools that are a good fit for you. Target schools are schools where your grades and academic profile match the admission profile. Reach schools are schools where your grades and academic profile may fall short of their admission profile, or very selective schools that are difficult to get into no matter who you are. Likely or safety schools are schools where your profile exceeds the admission requirements and academic profile. The one thing to do is to make sure that you love your list. Don't apply just to see if you can get in. Make sure that the college has what you're looking for in a college environment as well as experience before you take the time to apply. Explore each of your college's websites to have a clear sense of what you need in order to complete their admissions application. Review admission requirements. What specific coursework they're looking for? What is the number of recommendation letters required? What is the prompt for their essay or personal statement? What is the testing criteria? When do they need your official transcript? Pay attention to the type of deadlines your colleges have and choose which deadline is right for you. The options are early decision, early action, regular deadlines, or rolling admissions. Understand what scholarship opportunities are available. And most importantly, get organized. Make a spreadsheet, create a calendar, or write a to-do list based on the information that you've gathered. This slide illustrates the types of deadlines along with the rules and conditions for each. The number 4 item on your to-do list is to solidify your college decision by visiting college campuses. These visits can happen either virtually or in person. In planning an official visit, you'll want to attend an official admissions presentation and tour the campus. Be prepared to ask 3 questions during your visit to each college and take note of each answer. You can use this information later to review and compare the colleges on your list. Ask to speak to a student or faculty member that can give you insight into a specific major or interest. Attend an open house event if possible. And if you happen to be on campus, sample the food, chat with current students, and take pictures of the campus and the surrounding areas. The number 5 item to do on your to-do list is to take the ACT or SAT testing if needed. Many colleges are going test optional, so you can see a list at fairtest.org. If you plan to take the SAT or ACT, ideally, your goal, if possible, is to test by the end of your junior year. And if you can, take the test at least 2 times, but no more than 3 times. Most students see improvements in their scores if they take it multiple times. Go to collegeboard.org to register for the SAT or act.org to register for the ACT. These websites also provide a summary of each test, a comparison chart explaining the differences between the SAT and ACT, and practice tests to help you determine which one is right for you. Also keep in mind that many colleges superscore, which means that colleges look at all scores from each time you've taken the test. Then they select the highest score from each category. Therefore, it's a good idea if you have time to take the test 3 times. Lastly, these test scores can be important for not only college admissions, but for scholarship consideration as well. To prepare for the SAT, you can find free and low-cost resources at satpractice.org and khanacademy.org/SAT. To prepare for the ACT, you can find free and low-cost resources at act.org. The number 6 item on your to-do list is to identify and ask 1 or 2 of your current teachers for a letter of recommendation. Review your college list and the number of teacher recommendations your colleges need. Ideally, the teacher or teachers you choose will be from a core academic subject that represents your area of interest. Keep in mind to ask teachers who can speak to your participation, contributions, and your improvement, as well as your performance. Don't wait until the last minute to ask. Remember, last-minute requests equal last-minute letters. When it comes time to send the formal teacher recommendation request, you're going to do this through Naviance, but only after the following 2 conditions have been met. Number 1, that your teacher agrees to write you a letter, and number 2, you've finalized your college list and you've entered it in Naviance. You can find the teacher rec request below your final list of colleges in the Colleges I'm Applying To section in your Naviance account. The 7th item on your to-do list is to start working on your college essays, also known as a personal statement. Between now and throughout the summer is a perfect time to reflect on the essay prompts and develop a draft of your essays. Also review your college list to determine which colleges will be using the application tool called the Common Application. This application tool has revolutionized the college application process by allowing students to fill out one application and write one main essay and submit this information to any of your colleges that use the Common Application. Now keep in mind that there are colleges on your list that may ask for additional supplemental essays, which are usually shorter than the main essay. So make sure that you identify which colleges are going to have this additional component. Now for non-common applications, you'll want to check the specific college websites for the essay prompt. Spend the necessary time now and into the summer making your essay the best that they can be. This is your chance to show colleges who you are, beyond grades and beyond your academic profile. Tell them something that they don't already know from the rest of your application. And use available resources, your friends, your parents, coaches, mentors, teachers, and counselors to get feedback on your essays. The number 8 item on your to-do list is to connect and communicate with your school counselor. Visit your counselor during Counselor of the Day, or COTD, and talk about your post-secondary plans. Have a list of questions and what you might need for your post-secondary applications. And most importantly, keep your counselor informed and updated on your plans. Your counselor will be completing a counselor recommendation form for you. This will happen automatically. We would love to report on more than just your academic progress during high school. So this is a good incentive to get to know your counselor and have them get to know you. And lastly, it's a good idea to keep in the habit of checking your emails, both your school email and your personal email, on a regular basis. This is the main source of communication that your counseling team uses, as well as the college admission offices. You don't want to miss any important and timely announcements from either your counselor or your colleges. The 9th item on your to-do list is to have an honest conversation with your parents about a plan for paying for college. To help you and your parents understand the financial aid process, use the following resources. Number 1, go to studentaid.gov to learn about the different kinds of aid and learn financial aid terminology. Number 2, attend financial aid workshops and programs offered during your senior year. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. This application becomes available on October 1st and can be found on the studentaid.gov website. Also, know where to look for scholarships. College websites are a great source. And thank you to our MIHS PTSA volunteers who have worked diligently to provide a list of noteworthy scholarships as well for our MI students. This list can be found in your Naviance account as well as on the counseling website. And last but not least, the number 10 item on your to-do list is to use all your available resources. Ask for help from the experts around you, your parents, your teachers, your counselors, school staff, and mentors. Remember, you do not have to do this process alone. But don't expect anyone to do it for you as well. This is your process, so you have to own it. This also doesn't have to be stressful. The more time that you invest, the less stressful this process will be. Your counseling team provides helpful resources on the Mercer High School counseling website, so we invite you to check out our website on a regular basis to stay informed. We also encourage you to read our monthly counseling newsletter. This newsletter is chock full of information about upcoming events, updated college information, and information about specialty programs. And don't forget to access a Counselor of the Day session if you would like to see a counselor and get your questions answered. As a special note, this presentation and YouTube link will be posted on the Counseling Center website for future reference. On behalf of the counseling staff, we thank you so much for your attention during this presentation, and remember that your counseling staff is here for you to help you successfully plan for your life after high school.